Hello there, friends. I hope you're well this day and night. I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you stick around for just a bit. I'd like to share a word of faith as this is coming from the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, a familiar verse, but it reads from verses 24 through 25. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. What day is that? The day of Jesus Christ's return, of course. But something in particular I want to share about is the forsaking of the assembly of ourselves. There's a lot of reasons that come into that, and some very complex reasons. It's not always black and white, especially when you read on the news today, on various Christian articles, and even secular websites may report on them from occasion, where you hear stories of pastors or deacons or just members within the congregation where there is spiritual abuse or physical abuse, sexual assault that can happen tragically. And it is always tragic when it happens in the church, because it defames the value of what it means to be a follower of Christ. Of course, Christians struggle with sin, but the reality is we are admonished to walk a certain way that represents Christ. And of course, we struggle with it. And it's a real tragedy, too, because especially those who are curious of the faith, who want to know Christ, they see us and they say no to Christ as a result of how we behave, or we fail to walk the walk, but we're good at the talk. And it's unfortunate, because if you don't know Christ, don't look to Christians necessarily to know who he is personally. God has given himself through his word, but find a faithful community where you feel safe. And especially to those who are believers, if you've been hurt, you're not alone in that hurt. And there is a purpose through all the suffering, because there's other people who have suffered. And as in 2 Corinthians tells us, you can comfort someone with that painful experience you have, to know that there is hope in Christ Jesus. God bless.